here from Reddevil Weekly reporting for FanVybe. United have drawn 2-2 at Old Trafford against Arsenal. Another draw again in the league. Disappointing, really disappointing. Comedy of errors from both sides. And it started off with a poor error from David De Gea, very uncharacteristic from him to kind of concede like that. And I don't know, we started off really well. We started pressing, and then after the first 5 minutes, we just gave it up again. I don't understand it whatsoever. If you want to start like that, you have to keep it up, and we weren't able to keep it up. We didn't keep up that intensity, and obviously Arsenal got the first goal from a corner. Really slack defending. Again, United defending set piece. These are the basics. How many times this year have we conceded goals to those sort of balls into the box, free header? Shocking, really, really shocking. Although we bounced right back with a goal, obviously it was a nice free kick from Rojo, good ball in, and Martial getting a goal. I was happy for Martial to get his goal. 7 goals in the Premier League, probably one of our best players this season in the Premier League, and hopefully he can continue his scoring run. But in the first half performance, I was all right with. I was all right with that first half performance. Second half, completely different story. We went to sleep. Arsenal, we conceded one of the most shambolic goals I think I've ever seen at Old Trafford from Lacazette. Rojo giving the ball away. Mistakes, as Mourinho rightly said, did cost us today. And if we didn't make those simple errors, we would have won the game. But again, we came back straight away. Jesse Lingard getting on the score sheet. But overall, I'm disappointed we couldn't get the win. I think definitely Arsenal were there for the taking, although we were as well. We were defending really, really sloppily. Although I do think that in patches we did well. Vybe, coming back from injury, did quite well today. Aubameyang was very, very quiet, which was good from Vybe's point of view. And also Delone making his first Premier League start, I thought he was alright. He was a bit exposed to the back there, probably needed a bit more help, but I thought he did alright. My man of the match though would go to Marcus Rashford. I thought he absolutely ran his heart out today, and tried to chase down lost causes. And it can be a very, very lonely game playing up front on your own. But nevertheless, it's not good enough. Being 8 points off the top 4, nearly at Christmas, it's not good enough really. I don't think Mourinho's going to be sacked anytime soon, but still, not good enough whatsoever. And we have to move on to the Fulham game. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you very much.
Okay, so after the Lord Mayor show comes this. It was always going to be thus, I suppose, wasn't it? Before the game, I probably would have taken a 2-2 draw or a draw at Old Trafford. It was it's one of those games where Mourinho knows how to get results, doesn't he? To be fair, and I said before, I thought we didn't have the mental block of Wenger, and it's a game we should have won. But this Man United side is a tough side at home. They played completely differently to they did against Southampton the other day. It was a completely different animal. How on earth Mario Fellaini didn't get at least a card for trying to take Guendouzi's hair to try and get his own hair cut back? That was ridiculous. I think some of the challenges, Rocco, there was one challenge where Rocco wasn't even on the ball and he was holding Aubameyang down to make sure he didn't get to the ball. But these are sour grapes. We had enough to beat them. We should have beaten them. I think probably today would have been our best chance of beating them for a long since I think the Danny Welbeck FA Cup goal. But the good thing is, looking at positives, if you want, it's sort of brought expectations down a little bit. There's 20 games unbeaten still, but it's brought the expectations down a little bit because after the Spurs game, now we're now 2 points behind them again. So. And without losing, that's a good thing, I think. I think you take a 2-2 draw against a Mourinho team at Old Trafford after the game. After Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday. So not happy, but not disappointed.
All right, guys, it's your main guy Sahil again. I just wanted to give a quick review on yesterday's match between United and Arsenal. I expected goals. I didn't expect 4 goals in it, but that was mainly down to the defensive issues that both teams had. I thought Arsenal looked tired from their recent victory the other day, but they looked tired yesterday defensively. No one really stood out. United hit and miss again. When they play good football, you know, they have a good chance, but it's a consistent basis. And, you know, straight after Arsenal scored, they went and hit them on the counter and scored. It was a good game. Plenty of chances, but defensively, both were poor. And at the minute, I expect that with United. But Arsenal, I thought Arsenal would maybe go and win it. I thought that Arsenal would win it, you know, 2-0 from the start. But United surprised me. They showed a bit of oomph in their play, which they've been missing recently. And now whether that's a kickstart to maybe kickstart their season under Mourinho, who knows? But they're too inconsistent for me. 1 minute they'll have an okay-ish game, and the next 2-3 they play poorly. But no, it was a good game yesterday. Good all-round performance. At the minute, you look at the table, Arsenal, I think, 4th or 5th. United at 8th. They need to fix up, and they need to fix up now. You know, they have to stop conceding goals. Especially, you know, you look at a massive club like United, huge club like United, shouldn't be conceding this many goals, even against the smaller teams in the Premiership. You know, whether it's a change of manager that's need be, or the players simply aren't good enough, something needs to change. And I think with United now, January is here. If Mourinho is going to stay, I think they need to give him money to spend. So let's see what happens. That's my review of yesterday's game. Good game, poor defensively. Let's see where they kick on from now. Take care, guys. Have a good day.
We're on point. Thanks for actually joining. But this video is brought to you by FanVybe, and also a link is in the description. So hit the link. Once you're good at predicting scores and have very good conversation, it's a very good place to be. You can also share your contents. But nevertheless, my analysis on this match, I thought Arsenal actually caught this one lacking a bit, because I think Arsenal had the better opportunities to finish the game. Kudos to De Gea, he brought himself back, because after a little slight error, I wouldn't blame him, because the pitch weren't in its best condition yesterday, because individuals were sliding, hence why so much yellow card were handed out in the first half. So I wouldn't 100% blame De Gea for it, or even if you are going to blame him, he made up for it, because he made some real good world-class save to contain Arsenal at 2. But I'm still upset with Arsenal a little bit, because they got the lead twice, and you know you're much more vulnerable right after scoring, and they let it slip twice within a 5-minute span, which is very, very sad for a top tier team. So maybe Unai Emery need to work on that a little bit to fix that problem. But here, what I were very impressed with Mourinho, he mirrors the formation of Arsenal, which is a 3-4-2-1. Even though the players weren't adjusted fast with it, because maybe they had a short time span to work with it, they caught lacking off side of the pitch, and Arsenal exploited good. But nevertheless, they still sprung. Manchester United still sprung counter-attacks very good, because they have quality players, but they are just not a team. So Jose just need to work on the team aspect of the side itself, and they can win much more games, and they can look much better. But I just honestly believe Arsenal did enough to win this one. But we are going to always talk about Arsenal defensive qualities, not the unit, because I think they are a better unit than their qualities. If you look over to United's individual players or individual defenders, they are way better, but they are just not a team unit, hence why they always caught out overall. So it's a good match to watch and see how you rank yourself, because normally Arsenal go in there, they are trying to survive, not to win a game, are coming away holding their heads down, saying, okay, we didn't get 3 points and we are not happy. That's very much a big increase in stature for Arsenal, I would say. But kudos to Arsenal. They are on a 20 games unbeaten streak, which is impressive. I thought that's the longest since maybe from the 2006-2005 era as well. So it's impressive for me to say, and